Catus, Maximus here. This time, a quick review of this quantum articulating head mini, I guess you'd call it a utility flashlight. Kind of like a combination of a normal flashlight and a work light. I actually got this as a open box, but they're clearancing these for like 12 bucks or something. So I think they're discontinuing them, probably not that great of sales. It does have a pretty big press fit magnet in the back. Pretty strong. It runs on 3 AAAs. Comes with a belt clip. Kind of an interesting plastic sheath that they overmolded. I guess that's just to give you a little bit more grip. It does have O-rings. The machining on the aluminum has never been great on these quantum lights. Pretty cheesy. Plastic internals there. I guess that is a brass contact terminal, so, or maybe that's gold plated. 3 AAAs. Inside, just a normal spring. Actually, if we... Oh, well, it's the pulse. The light I'm using isn't pulsing. It's the... or it is pulsing. It's just the way it's phasing with the camera. Anyway, just a normal spring inside. Not too much tension. Nothing too special for a kind of a cheaper little light like this. Other than that, aluminum end caps that are oversized. I guess that's just to help protect the magnet in case you drop it. I guess the other big claim to fame here is the fact that, or two, one, it has this twisting, articulating head, which I thought was kind of an interesting effect. For what they're clearancing this for, I mean, I paid $8 for it. They're clearancing it for 12, and even for 12, I think it's an okay little light. Of course, it has a plastic lens. I don't think any Harbor Freight lights have glass lenses. Only rated for 250 lumens. That's 250 lumens either out of the spot or out of the ring light, which is the other kind of interesting aspect, is that they have a 2-mode spotlight. So bright, medium, off, or excuse me, bright, medium, and then switches to this, which is the floodlight. So it's actually a dual element, and I kind of like that design, to tell you the truth. Versus having some kind of compromise. This reflector in there can really be tuned to be for spotlight. And then with this multi-element known as a COB floodlight, it really gives you just a bright white dispersion pattern, making it good for utility work. And the magnet on the end, the fact that you can adjust it around, have this head at different positions. It does have an indexing. So you can position this in different angles and actually get the light pretty much where you need it. I actually think it's kind of a cool little idea, a cool little work light. I worry about this hinge, this head breaking if you drop it. But besides that, I think it's kind of a neat unit. This isn't the first time that style, but I reviewed recently this Duracell, which kind of does a similar thing where we have a spotlight and we have a floodlight, independent elements. So that's what the spotlight is. It's not very bright. It's something that you could you could walk your dog with it. That's about as good as it gets. If you're doing automotive work, it'd be fine. There's low, and it's actually pretty low. You can see some rolling shutter because of the way it's turning on and off the LED really fast for the low. And then there's the flood. And you can see here the flood is actually because of the COB. It's a bunch of little LEDs around that ring. Even though I wave the flashlight here, I'll show you. Even though I wave the flashlight around, the intensity is actually pretty well distributed. It's actually not a bad little compact work light in that sense. So that's all I have to really say. I got another quantum flashlight that I think is a rip-off for the price. But I think this thing, for its clearance price of 12 bucks, could be just a handy little utility light. And once again, kind of like that it has 2 different elements. Makes a big difference. Being able to have this versus zoom lights, which I do not like at all. This is much more efficient. It says you can get 5 hours out of a set of batteries. Not that long, but it's easy to replace the AAAs. And once again, really like the even distribution of the COB light. That's actually pretty wise, and the articulating head with a pretty strong magnet actually means that you might be able to get it to point in the particular direction you need it to. Anyway, Really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.